Mentor.
Come on, bro. Amazing, amazing. All right then. So yeah, what I'm gonna do today is like a bit mix of the New York Life call and show you some stuff that I've been looking at in terms of EM2 and Model 2. Um, so let's go into the charts. Can you see my screen? Can you see trading view?
Yeah, it looks amazing.
Oh, okay, cool. Is it
Yeah.
too big? Like, is it too wide this way, or should I make it smaller?
No, it's good. It's good. It's
Oh,
good.
good, yeah.
Perfecto.
Okay, perfecto. So let's do a top-down analysis of the price action today. Okay. Obviously, any questions or anything, just let me know and we'll go through them. So in terms of what we got on the high time frame on the 4 hour today, we have this 4 hour bullish order flow range from this low to this high. This is just one continuous push. This is not a new range because it's only got one candle in this range. So this one did not count and this one did not count. So this is one continuous leg. We expecting possibly this could happen in terms of the 4 hour expectation order flow, yes? So if we mark out our 4 hour demand and supply zones, we have this 4 hour extreme demand zone, which is on the 5 hour time frame. It's just this big wick over here. And we can use this just below the 15-minute bullish chop that happened over here. So we can just refine it just below here and use EM1 for an entry down here. So 5-minute chop entry down here, yeah? And then if we look at other supplies, demand zones, we have this 5 hour wick, which was previously an extreme as well. And then we have lower ones down here. And we have 4 hour supply zones above here too. So, yes, all of these could become liquidity. Yes, it could be, but at the same time, like we do have this wick, which is fully unmitigated as well. And you could say this is liquidity inducement for that. It could be a possibility. So this is the next area of supply that we could possibly, mitigate if we want to continue this higher pricing, come into here, give a sell, or the higher one could give us a sell, which is in this wick, we have like a 5 hour wick over here. Again, it was an extreme of this 4 hour break previously, and this one is also was an extreme. This also was an extreme of this 4 hour break over here. So like, both of them, are somewhat significant and they could be used as like an EM1 sell, counter trend for our sell. So that's what we got on the high time frame. And obviously just put your alerts on this 4 hour zones. If it comes into here, we can look for 5-minute chop for buys, 5-minute chop here for sells. And if we go into the 50-minute, because obviously 4 hours bullish, right? So 50-minute, if 50-minute switch is bullish, we can also look for buys, here as a pro trend EM2 buys, yeah. So in terms of what we got is simply in London session opens over here. So London and then we got New York here. So in terms of like, what we had in London session, we had this massive push up, right? Breaking that 15-minute bullish range. I mean, we was bearish previously, so obviously this done a big flip and chop like this bullish. So yeah, 50 minutes now bullish, so we could look for possible buys in the discount, right? And if we mark our POIs in a discount, I mean, we have this big wick here, just double checking like all the time frames, 17-minute there as well, 18. So they're all the same pretty much. So it's just this sell candle. Yeah, it's all pretty much the same price action. So we can just use this extreme right here, right? And this, for example, is anything here. Let's see. Not really. Not in the discount, anyways. So I'm not gonna use anything here because it's not in the discount. So I'll just use this extreme here, which is like 16-minute plus, onwards. So expectation order flow for 50-minute could be to make a new higher high, which is the same as like 4 hour to make a new higher high as well. That could happen. Possibly run these come into here. That could happen. So in terms of like, the entry model, obviously, we wait for 1-minute liquidity inducement to be swept if we don't have 15-minute inducement, but we do have the 50-minute inducement, which is a sell candle before the buy candle. So we can use this as like inducement, right? This bearish candle. So we can just say like, okay, this is your liquidity to get swept for this POI. So if it does come into this POI, we can wait for 1M chuck and 1-minute POI for 15-second alignment, or 1 minute and 15 seconds the same, and we can just get in the trade. So we take this trade for 10 hour. Hopefully this, gives us a trade. So simply, that is it for this top down analysis. Like this is all you have to wait for. Simply for this POI to get mitigated, or for it to break this high, and then we can continue the 15-minute trend like this, right? That could happen. Okay, so just have your alerts on this POI, have your alerts on this break, and just wait for one of them to get triggered. Yeah. So does that all make sense? Anyone got any questions on this current price action, or is it all like clear for you? Just unmute yourself or type in the chat.
Sorry, bro. Can you just go over 4 hours? I missed
4
it.
hour.
Just doing 5 minutes.
Oh, you missed this.
I missed the call. I just joined that.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I mean, simply 4 hour is just we got this 4 hour bullish range here, yeah. So expectation order for us to do this possibly, right? So we have this 5 hour wick in the extreme over here, this wick, which is just below that 15-minute chop that happened over here. So we had the 50-minute bullish chop that happened. So when this happens, we just have to refine this POI down below that 50-minute chop low. You understand?
Yeah. So what about the other week? I've got all this down here.
Sorry?
You know, on the 4th hour, this week, what broke? Above.
This one.
Yes. Is that invalid?
Yeah, it's
It's
broken
got
it, right? It's broken it. You see the wick is just broken that low, yeah?
So that counts as a 4th hour move, yeah?
No, because you see this over here, it's not a valid range, you see.
There's no gap.
No, there is a gap, but there's only one candle.
Oh, right.
Yeah, this one breaks it. Yeah, so I can't use that as a second candle. I need to see one and another candle and then a break. Yeah, and then a gap as well. So that would be a classic, a proper break of order flow. But because there was no break of order flow bearish, so we are still bullish. So this could happen, right?
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, if it does come back into this 5 hour demand zone, we can look for entry model 1 for a buy. And if it doesn't come down there, we can look here at 15-minute range, 15-minute bullish range for a buy from here, 16-minute bearish candle, full body engulfed with a bearish candle with this bullish candle here, yeah? So I can use this entire sell to buy price action. Okay?
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
And that's it really. And we have the 15-minute inducement over here, liquidity inducement, this sell to buy this bearish candle as like you can call it like a fake demand or something, right? Like basically, not buying from here, just waiting for it to sweep this low and then coming down into here to look for buys. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it really. So any other questions? Just
Yo, bro. So I marked, so that POI that you marked here on 15M, of course, let's say it's the extreme of the flip, yeah, that caused the shock, yeah. So we can always use that liquidity, that sell candle, yeah, as liquidity for the POI. We don't have to wait for price to, to take the liquidity caused down there by the flip, between the 4 hour demand and the POI that you marked, pretty much. Yeah. So we don't have to wait, for price to get there, because that's what I was preferring to do. But now that you tell me that we can use that sell candle as liquidity.
Oh yeah, this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can use that as liquidity for this POI. And remember, like this actually technically is also entry model 3 because it's the first 15-minute bullish chop. So if it does take out this low and comes into this extreme, this becomes
exactly. That's what I was looking for, because I didn't want to take EM2 anyway. I wanted to take EM3.
Yeah.
So for EM3, I have to wait until price gets there.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. Sweet.
Because at the moment it's EM2 in it, so
yeah.
Because obviously for EM3 to happen, you have to have 15-minute like misaligned. So that would make it
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
Takes this as like 15-minute structural liquidity, and and that's another reason why like EM3 like works like really well, is because it takes out like a high time frame structural point instead of like a low time frame. Obviously high time frame, so it just makes sense. But these are the points I'm looking for, basically EM2 here, EM3 here, and then EM1 in 4 hour demand here. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, okay, sweet.
Astor. Yo, big man.
Yo, what's up?
Yes.
Just asking because I remember like in one of the chats you said that because it's the 15-minute, you can have like your entry just be like a tad bit out of the discount. So is that right?
That's if the POI was like this.
Yeah, like
Yeah, that's if the POI was like that.
right. So it can be a tad bit out of discount.
Then it comes here. It does a warning chuck, and then we can look like an entry like that. For example.
All right, and on the 18-minute, if you could go on it. 16 actually, I think. 16. Yeah, so like this right here could essentially a POI, right? Could it not just be refined into the discount?
That's not POI. How can it be POI? Like the discount is there, and it's after the break, so it can't be a POI.
Right, but if this was used, right? So if this like one they've actually drawn on, so if liquidity was generated like in the 70% before it, could it not be used as a POI?
If it was valid, yeah.
Why is it not valid?
You're saying that this is valid?
Yeah, I mean engulfed.
But this one is not engulfed, is it?
Not fully, but the body is.
What, this here?
Yeah, the body is engulfed.
Yeah, but that's just like, you know, even if you're looking at a different time frame, there's nothing there. So this doesn't. It's not clean, to be honest. Can't really use it.
Right.
Doesn't really look anything like that. I would rather buy from here. Like doesn't look clean. You know, yes, just his body is engulfed, but then it just wicks it, comes back down, goes again. There was already an entry in here on the 5-minute time frame today. Right here. It already was an entry and hit break even. So I mean, I can't really classify this as like anything clean for me to use. So I just leave that one out and focus on like what is clean and then what's below liquidity, which is this, and that's it. You know? That's it. So this buy today was due to the fact that, you know, this whole thing we mitigated the 4-hour demand zone, and there was no like 5-minute chock or anything. Like the 5-minute chock was actually here for a buy, so it does a 5-minute chock. And what flipped and caused the break of the 5-minute range, it was this low to this high. So because it's the first ever 5-minute chock that happened, right? We can look for a buy from like here, right? Coming from the 4-hour demand, like even though that this 5-minute is not like down here, yeah, but because it's the first one of the chock, like the first chock that happens of the 4-hour demand, like EM1 buy, then we can use it still, yeah. And then it gives the 5-minute range. It comes back down into you know, the discount here. Comes into a 1-minute POI, which is very clean over here. Just this extreme engulfed full body and candle engulfed like this, and use this extreme. It comes in, gives a 15-second chock and an entry, but you know, it hit break even wherever, like literally any place you would have gone break even, it hit break even. So yeah, like it's break even trade. It didn't even hit like TP or anything. That's like 7-hour, but yeah, it's pretty rangy right now. Just double checking like the news. What's news saying at the moment? We have 1:30. Okay, so we have like PMI, CPI actually. So CPI 35 minutes. Inflation rate. Okay, so yeah, it's gonna be crazy in about 35 minutes. That's probably why it's rangy, you know, generating liquidity on both sides, possibly. Like just take out everyone, search and destroy, like fuck everyone up. That could happen. So just be very careful about what you're doing. And you know, we have our zones marked up, we have everything marked up. So you just wait for, you know, news to do its thing, wait for it to either come into this or make a new range, and then we just, you know, carry on playing what we get. Yeah. So any questions, Morgan?
Hey guys, how you doing? You alright?
Yes, I'm good. How you doing, bro?
Yeah, all good. So I just got a question. So you know we marked the extreme in M15. So that's the M15, M16, all relatively the same size. You said. What if the POI on the M15, M16, etc. are not the same in terms of size? How would you mark that POI up? Would you just identify a clear sell to buy on the time frame that's more body than wick, like start the M15, go up to reach the M25?
Yeah, so like I'd look for the cleanest, the biggest one really. Like
All right.
like even the 25 is just a clean cell to back handle. But yeah, if it was like bigger on 25, I'd probably use that instead.
Oh, right. Okay. So just whether it's just clean or not, then
It's
obviously.
cleaner, yeah. Whatever's
it's fine.
cleaner, I use that. And it has to make sense as well. It has to be like still part of like the same POI. Like it can't be, because sometimes you'll get like this POI, but then
Yeah.
you'll get like another POI, and then if you go into high time frame, it like combines them together and you just do something like this. So it has to make sense. Like I'd rather use them two separate sometimes instead of like just doing it like this, for example.
Yeah.
It has
Got
to make sense. It has to make sense, like logically. Like it has to be part of that POI. Like this is extreme, and it's always going to be extreme, regardless if I go 25, it's still the extreme. But it hasn't like combined like it's as ST flip and extreme together like this. See what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah. So it has to make sense like that.
All right. Shit.
No, it was engineer, engineer underscore L. How's
Hey
it
Cash,
going?
how are you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
Fine, man.
Alright.
Just a question.
Yeah.
What happened in the 15 time frame if doesn't pop up the 16 minute demand and break the high? I could sit play the M3.
You talking about if this happens?
Yes.
Yeah, if this happens, this also is EM3.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, because then it can because you see how if I was to mark it up, like this whole thing here, this whole range is actually the first 50-minute chop, you see. So
Mhm.
all this range can be used from this extreme to this flip here. All this range can be used as EM3, right? But EM3 it's only possible if 50-minute is like misaligned, like it goes bearish, right? But at the moment
Right.
we are just bullish at the moment, yeah. So this
Okay.
is not EM3, it's EM2. Okay.
Yes. Yes, of course. But
But it's the
if
same entry
it
model.
breaks the highs first, okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's the same entry model. Like regardless if it comes down now, like this entry
Mhm.
model is the same, this entry model is the same. Like it's literally the same stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, just in terms of like your future reference, like if it was to break this high, then all of this is still your first 50-minute chop of a 4-hour continuation phase. So if it breaks this low, comes down into here, then this is also EM3. This is also EM3.
EM3. Perfect. Sweet, man. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Any more questions? Oh yeah, hold on. Is there a 5-minute entry there? Yes. Can we not refine the 18 minutes out by wicks to just below the discount for EM2? Yeah. Oh, this you mean? No, but this didn't do anything, right? You know what I mean? Like these sell to buy wicks, and it was just sell to buy, so it's like mitigators. This is a sell to buy that really broke this high. So
But does it not react to the supply?
yeah, but it doesn't matter if it reacts to supply. It matters if it reacts and then breaks the high.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It has to
But it
react
broke
from it
that first.
and then break it.
Yeah.
But then this is what broke it. So I can't
Okay.
use this. Yeah, can't use this.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Ape, could we talk about this, please, Cash, when you're finished looking at today? Yes. Let me just open it up.
If you click on the second one, sorry, Cash, the first one that
Okay.
I sent was really, really small.
Okay, hold on. Let me open it up. Cash. Let's see. Wait, can you send it into the Discord?
Yeah, 1 second.
Yeah, nice. Because this makes me I have to save the
I'll
file.
send
and stuff.
the link to the original conversation.
Yeah, that's
You can pull it from there.
yeah, that's better.
I've
Then
just posted
I'll,
it in the chit chat.
Yeah, I'll share the screen for that.
Oh, thank you.
Chit chat. Okay. Share screen. Chit chat. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Yeah. So could you explain why you marked the X I highlighted? I understand the range you marked isn't valid. Doesn't that give more reasons for this low mark to be correct? Yeah. So basically, like you see how let me just separate. So you see how let me change the color, like blue. So this was your high previously, right? Because it broke this low. And due to this being an invalid range, this is why this just becomes one leg like this, right? There's no extra pullback. Like it doesn't go from here to here to here because of this invalid range. You see, so
Okay,
if this range was
makes sense.
valid, then it would look exactly like this to this to this, bearish and then bullish. That would look exactly like that. But due to this range having only one candle and it needs two candles in this range, then it makes it invalid. So if it becomes invalid, it means your previous range was also like invalidated then basically. So it becomes like here to here, then here. Yeah,
Okay, cool.
but this only applies to the 4 hour time frame that there's only one candle in this range. If you're on any lower time frame, like 15, 5 minute, 1 minute, 15 seconds, anything, then only one candle like this is enough for like a chalk. Yeah. But high time frame stuff, like I want to see high time frame ranges created and formed. Like I want to see more like in terms of stats as well, statistics, it shows like it's just better. It's so much better having two candles in a range to actually classify it as a range instead of just one candle, because one candle, it can just keep chucking, like up, down, up, down, up, down. And you don't want to see that on a high time frame. On a high time frame, you want to see it like flowing, like following its orders and holding more weight on these high time frame stuff. Like the lower time frame is fine to see a quick chuck because we're trying to get into the entries, where possible. It's okay to see a quick chuck, but on a high time, we want to see the bigger ranges, the bigger swings sort of things. You know what I mean? It's kind of like structure, but not exactly like structure. But
Yeah, cool. That's perfect. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Nice one. Let's share screen. Perfect. Okay, so as you can see, what it's doing right now is like it's trying to make a new high. Probably will do that, make a new high. And if it does make a new high, then we would have like a new range from like here to the new high, for example, and then we could continue to play EM2 like this, or if it takes out these lows after it breaks this high, then this would become like EM3 and EM3 to look for buys as well. That could happen. Okay, so always thinking ahead. But anyways, let's talk about some stuff that me and Arjo been looking at in terms of EM2. So to improve EM2, there's it's the same way like how I've taught you guys about EM1 in terms of the 70% rule on EM1. So let's just quickly talk about that. So if, for example, on 5 minute time frame, so let's imagine, right, on the 5 minute time frame, and let's imagine this is your 4 hour POI here. Price comes down on 5 minute time frame, pushes away, breaks the low. Okay, so now we are bearish from here to here. So for you to look for a buy, you need this to get broken for your 5 minute bullish chalk, right? So then when this happens, you get your premium discount tool from here to here, from the low to the high, 50% and the 70% as well. Yeah, 50 and 70, 0.5, 0.7. So in terms of the 70% rule for EM1, is that if price comes into the discount of EM1, like of the 5 minute range, and then pushes away to the 70% or even more, but fails to break this high, right? There's a higher likely chance of it to break the lows instead, right? So in terms of how can we get into entries or avoid losses, is that if price does this 50% to then 70% mitigation, like pushes away, fails to take the high, and then comes back down, right? So instead of you still having your 1 minute POIs marked up for a 15-second chop, right? This actually takes up a lot of losses, right? Because of this move that happened, this price action. So delete these 1 minute POIs and instead wait for 1 M chop instead, right? So this is how to prevent like so many losses, to improve your strike rate and better for your psychology as well. Obviously, if you're saving losses, and not really like missing out on like many winners or anything, then of course it's just like something you got to be doing and like implementing into your strategy. So that's why I have the 70% rule for this 5 minute range. So just got to imagine now for the EM2, it's the same stuff, but instead of it being a 5 minute range and then a 1 minute chop needed, so now for EM2 this is actually a 15 minute range, right? And then a 5 minute chop is needed. Okay, and again, like it becomes from like EM2 to basically like turns into EM1 due to the 70% rule being activated. Okay, and again, this saves like so many losses, and you barely ever miss like the winners that have previously been happening due to this rule as well. Okay, so let me just
So
keep
Cash,
it on for
you
now.
enter it
Does this make sense?
right?
Sorry.
You enter it like it's EM1 though, right? Once it chalks on the 5 minute.
Exactly.
Got it.
So as long as you're below this 50%, right, and you do that 5 minute chalk, and then you get your POIs marked up on a 1M, then we can take 15-second entries, like EM1, right? So you don't mark up your premium discount from here to here like EM1, right? Same like on EM1 where you don't mark up your 1 minute range premium discount. You don't do that. So same here, you don't mark up your premium discount on your 5 minute range. You still have your premium discount from the 5 minute or 50-minute range. Do you understand? And that's it. So does this make sense so far? Before I show you examples.
I didn't get it. What you mean by premium discount on 5M?
As in, you see here.
Yeah.
You see how this leg here was a 50-minute range, yeah?
Right.
It has to be in the premium discount of the 15-minute range. That's simple.
Okay, so the 70% rule wouldn't reapply to that 5M range again then?
Which one?
So like when the chop happens,
Yeah.
your entry would be in the premium or discount of that 5M range, or can it literally just be anywhere?
Like I said, discount of the 50-minute range.
Of the 15, I understand, but then do you not draw like a smaller range within the 5M again and then treat it the same way?
No,
you just take it
the same way that I don't do on the 5 minute EM1. Same way I don't do
right.
it like.
So literally any POI within that 5M range can be
like
doesn't matter why.
Yeah, 1 minute POIs in here.
Yeah.
15-second chops.
All right, cool.
Okay. Anyone else got questions on this? Does a 5 minute chop have to happen from a 15-25-minute POI? No. Like literally, like how it's the same copy as the 5 minute range, right? For EM1, what do you do for EM1? It does this, it pushes away, and then it comes back down, right? So you delete these 1 minute POIs, yeah? Same like this. Yeah, the 15-minute range happens, comes back down, pushes away, then you delete this 15-minute POI. Yeah, you delete it. It's fractal, it's the same stuff again, like it's the same shit, right? 5 minute order full range and the 70% rule, right? 1 minute chalk instead of a 15-second chalk, yeah? Same here, 15-minute range, 50%, 70% rule, and then comes back down, now a 5 minute chalk, right? And then 1 minute POIs for the 15-second entries, right? Instead of this 15-minute POI, right? Delete this 15-minute POI. It's basically exactly the same, right? So let me just answer your questions and then I'll show you some examples and stuff. Morgan.
Okay, so I just got a quick question. So say if price chops back bearish, do we have to wait for another M1 chop bullish, then wait for another 15-second confirmation entry or something?
For which one?
So when price taps into the M5 POI, it does a 1 minute chop, down there.
Here, which one?
Yeah. No, on the right.
No, but this is a 5 minute chop, yeah.
Oh, that's a 5 minute chop, right? I thought that was a 1 minute chop into.
No, this is for the EM1.
Oh, right, okay.
For EM1, it's a 1 minute chalk instead of a 15-second chalk, right? Because of the 70% rule. And for the 15 for EM2, right? For the 70% rule, you need, instead of a 1 minute chalk, now you need a 5 minute chalk.
Oh, right, gotcha. Yeah.
And this happens a lot when it's like rangy price action, right? When it's rangy, you take a lot of losses and hits and break evens and slippage and everything, right? But this is when this becomes very, very handy, right, and useful. Is like when the price action is proper ranging, then simply waiting for it to like do a clean 5 minute chop instead, like, and then taking it instead of all these hits here. You just saves all the stress, all the break evens, all the losses, everything. And you just be waiting for this patient 5 minute chop to happen and then 1 minute POI for 15-second entry.
All right, gotcha.
So I'll start.
Is inducement needed again? Well, not again, but like if you didn't get it in the first place, would it still be needed like before the 5M?
No, it just eliminates all the liquidity stuff.
All right, cool.
Same like this one. You don't need any inducement. You don't
need it's 5M anyways.
Yeah, same stuff. Yeah.
All right,
so
cool.
this becomes a mini EM1 basically.
All right, cool.
Yeah. Inducement with 70% rule in EM1, do the 1 minute chalk have to be aligned? No, it doesn't have to be aligned. So for the EM1, the 1 minute chalk doesn't have to be aligned for the entry, right? It just needs to give a 1 minute chalk. But for this one, the 5 minute does have to be aligned like EM1. Like EM1 is when the 5 minute is aligned, right? It becomes a mini EM1, but like here basically. Okay. 5 minute continuation is valid. Yeah, because this becomes like your 1 minute chalk, but a bigger version, right? So if you want to continue buying, as long as you're underneath this 50%, right, of the 50-minute range, it's the same as before, where you can take these 1 minute continuations, right? But you just need that 5 minute to be aligned bullish. That's it. Like, it's not about being in the discount of the 5 minute. It's just about being in the discount of the 15 minute and continue to follow the 1M up like this, and that's it. No more buys. Yeah. New 50-minute range now. Yeah. 5 minute. And then the EM2 continuations in the case of 70% rule of 5 minute and no more 1 minute. No, like as in, like I said, you got it, yeah? So like the 5 minute tracks bullish and then all, like you can just follow the 1M, right? If it does break this low and then stays above here, then yeah, you have to wait for another 5 minute track to align bullish, yeah? Same like EM1, exactly same. If the 5, do we now play the new 50-minute range in current price? Yeah, you do, yeah, EM2. So as long as 5 minute tracks in our favor, we can follow 1M flow, yes. If the 5 minute tracks above the 50% of the 15-minute leg, can we still take the 50 seconds to POI is below 50%? Yes. With this new rule, are we allowed to play counter trend? No, like, yeah, it's still pro trend. Pro trend is always best, trust me. Pro trend for our best. Got you, babes. Bubbly Swagger. Come on, bro.
Yo, Crush.
Yes. How's it going?
Yo, what are you saying? You good?
Yeah, you?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. Yeah, you see for this new EM2 like 5 minute chalk rule, is there like already stats for it or no? Oh, there is, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cool, bro. Cool.
That's why I got it. Otherwise,
okay,
I would
yeah,
never have it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, cool. Nice, thank you.
Like same way. Like it's the reason why I've done this EM1 like this like a couple of months ago, because literally like the stats show like you save so many losses by waiting for this 1 minute chop to happen instead of 15-second entries, due to the 70% rule here. Okay, and this is the same thing because of the 70%, and then giving a 5 minute chop instead of a 1 minute chop. Like, yeah, this saves you. I'll show you the Excel sheet. Saves you a lot of losses. Excel. Can you all see this?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So this is like just focus on here and this. Right. Shout out to Arjo for helping with like getting all this like data and stats and stuff, testing out things. Really useful in terms of like looking at like normal EM2. Normally there's 76 trades, 11 won and 24 lost, yeah. So and 41 break-evens, yeah. Strike rate 31%, okay. And then compare this right to the 57% rule. So 76 trades and now there's only 40 trades, right? So it's like nearly half the trades. There's 11 wins in the first normal one and still 9 wins in the second one. So you're only losing, like, you missed out on 2 trades. That's it. Yeah. But look at losses. There was 24 losses in normal EM1, EM2, and now there's only 10 losses, right? So break-evens, there was 41 break-evens, and now there's 21. So just think about in terms of slippage as well, and stress and waste of time on charts, like, you know, wasting your time basically, like, you know, stressing about shit, like psychology gets played up, and also because of the fact that you're taking all these like break-evens and losses and slippage, it then means like you can't take the next trade that wins. You know what I mean? Like if you're already taking like them two losses or something in a row, and you can't even make it to the third trade, which might be a win, then obviously this is going to affect you, right? But then obviously if you have way less losses, right, and way less break-evens, and the strike rate goes from 31% to 47%. And the total odds for the first one 86, and total odds for the second one is 80. So you're only losing 6R, right? But the strike rate goes up massively, and then the losses and the break-evens also go down massively. Let me change your life. Where is it now? So 50%, yeah. So you miss out on 36 trades, right? But out of them 36 trades, only 2 of them were wins, but 14 were losses that you prevented. And you prevented 20 break-evens, right? So the 16% strike rate increase. Yeah. Unmute yourselves.
Yeah, that's nice, man. That's good.
Unmute yourselves. Yeah, talk to me. Talk to me. Say something.
Yeah, so if I can just add to it.
Add to it, bro. Come on.
So for this example, like the first normal stat, you can also miss winners. So before you wait for another winner, you're gonna take another break even, another loss, and then eventually you get your 10R. But with the new rule, it's just way higher probability. So for funding and stuff, it's a massive change. It's way
It's
better.
more funding proof, yeah, because it's like I said earlier as well. It's like if you're taking these losses and break evens first, and then you can't even have any more trades to take on the third one or something, right? That may be a winner.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's like you already wasted your bullets at the beginning. Then you have no more ammo left in your gun. Like you can't shoot anymore, right?
Yeah.
But if you then save them losses and break evens and slippages and whatever, and chart time is saved as well, then the strike rate goes higher and you take half the amount of trades, so your chart time is like halved as well, basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so it's basically like the other entry models now. It's 50-50, either win or lose.
Yeah, 50, like nearly 50-50. So this is the best thing. Imagine 50-50 strike rate, 10R. Like one time you get 10R, one time you lose -1. Then you get another 10R to 20%, and you lose -1. So you're up 18%. And it's just crazy how that keeps going up and up and up and up.
It's insane.
So it's insane, yeah. Like it's literally EM1, mini version of EM1, like in the EM2 instead. So it's just really, really really sick. What's it saying? Now what's it saying? Man said, let me change your life. We disregard the 70% on EM3. Now EM3 is like just EM3 is there's no like 70% rule on EM3. It's just standard, because all EM3 is it already sweeps the 15-minute structural liquidity, to come into the POI anyways, and then like gives an entry, and it's really, really clean. Like it's got a high strike rate already. Now I will be rich like cash mental. What is the 1-minute structural? A new source being cooked. No, it's just stuff that we've been testing out and stuff. It's just stuff that we've been testing. Structural trend line liquidity, it's just stuff that we've been seeing. But this is like the best thing, so this is what we should stick to. Okay. 23 break-even trades, if they would have played out, would most of them hit stop loss if they had played out? Most of the time, no. Like when break-evens get break-even, like most of the time they hit stop loss. Trust me. There are shame there's no many break-evens. I came in late, so missed explanation sounds good on the start. Yeah, it's recorded as well. So like make sure you rewatch it like 10 times. What structural liquidity? It's just like a proper 1M range, like a proper chop, like a fake chop. Let's see charts. As long as we're in this kind of EM2, if price doesn't tap our POI, do we get into another 5-minute continuation? I'll show you what I mean on charts. We'll do roll with the 70% rule. With the 70% rule for EM2, 15-minute and 5-minute and 15 seconds always have to be aligned. Yeah, pretty much. So let's just go on to charts. Yesterday you said liquidity and structure are fake. Yeah, man, like basically structure is like fake because all these things about like it has to have a certain amount of pullback and pips and stuff. Like literally, the market does not give a shit about like all this shit about pips and pullbacks and all that stuff. Like it just creates ranges, and we just have to find out and identify like proper ranges that work out a lot, right? So order flow is a real thing because without order flow, the flow of orders in the markets, buy and sell orders in the markets, like there is no market. Like this is the only way that price goes up and down because of buy and sell orders. It's not like structure is a fake. It's just a word and concept, isn't it? Like it's not a real thing. Same like trend lines and Fibonacci, like all these things are like basically made up. So it's not like really like real, you know what I mean? But yeah, liquidity stuff as well. Like again, it's like liquidity again, like it's a real thing in terms of like yes, like buy and sell orders, they are liquidity because obviously you're buying with your like your orders, isn't it? Like you're injecting orders into the market, which is liquidity. Without liquidity, the market can't move. It will just go like dead. Yeah. But it's a real thing in that sense. But in terms of concepts though, like for someone to say like, oh yeah, like 10 years ago, there's like liquidity resting like here, and we must take this liquidity 100%. Or yeah, there's liquidity resting here, so we must take this 100%. Like stuff like this is just it's all like made up and stuff. And also it's funny because like you're all seeing EM1, there's literally no liquidity involved at all. So when that's the best strike rate in terms of trades and entry models, like it's funny to to actually say that liquidity is king or anything. It's kind of like fake concept. Then it's basically fake because it's not needed. So if something is not needed to help improve your strike or anything, then it's just like pointless. Market does whatever it wants to do really, and we just have to have a certain plan and rules and stuff and follow patterns. Like this is the only thing that you should be like focusing on is like your patterns, like your the entry models and stuff is a pattern. Everything is a pattern. This chalk is a pattern, right? It's not about oh yeah, like it swept this liquidity, now it's gonna take this liquidity, now it's gonna take this liquidity. Like it's not about none of this shit. It's just like literally just follow your pattern, understanding like where you are priced and stuff in the legs and whatever, and have your zones marked up. You're basically getting paid to draw lines and boxes, man. Like literally, this is all you ever need to know. You don't need to know like millions of different concepts and shit. Like why? This is why I don't ever add in. Like I don't ever add more concepts or anything. Like I actually minus. Like I take away shit. Like I want to take away liquidity stuff. I want to take away structure. I want to take away things to make it easier. You know what I mean? Make life even more simple and actually improve the strike rate. Funnily enough, yeah. So, Cash, can you post the Excel sheet in the chat images? Yeah, I'll drop it in chat. I'll drop in a Discord in a bit after the call. Sorry, didn't see, but from your 1M structural liquidity, 70% was a 1M structural below 70% or 50%? Because I was testing it with 1M below 50. Yeah, it was 70, but it doesn't make a difference. Makes sense. All this needs to take liquidity is all Fugazi. Fugazi. The box and lines method is king. Hence why liquidity concepts are pretty useless. Yeah, exactly. So we tested it with the liquidity stuff. Like it just doesn't make any difference. It doesn't improve anything adding liquidity stuff into it. So it's like if it doesn't improve, then what's the point? Like of having it? What's the point of it? It's like when people having a trading plan, like they start from the monthly time frame and they be like, okay, so the monthly is bullish and we have liquidity on the monthly resting like somewhere here. So yeah, then moving on to the daily, weekly time frame. Now it doesn't make any sense. Like, what's the purpose? What's the point? There's literally no point, right? Like for me to get into this trade here, right? What's the monthly gonna help me with? Yeah, you understand? Let me just mark this up quickly. So this is like 15-minute bullish, 16, 17, 17. Let me just check this. Okay, so it's that on the.
It already tapped.
Yeah, so you tap, but there's no inducement. It's like so. But yeah, this is the thing. So obviously, always have your 50 and 70% marked up by this. So you know that okay, if price comes down into 50 and pushes away to 70, you just delete this box, right? And then you'd be like, okay, I'm not taking anything until it gives like a 5-minute chop. That's it, simple. So no inducement.
Cash.
Sorry, go on.
Quick question. So once we get the 5-minute chalk, of course, it has to tap into the discount in this case, blah, blah, blah. And then once we have the 5-minute chalk, we treat it as an EM1, right? So we use, do we use the 70% rule again in case, you know, for the 1-minute chalk and like we do on EM1, yeah? You know what I mean?
Wait, no, so like, yeah, as in, okay, pushes in, pushes away, comes and gives a 5-minute chop. Then as long as you're below this 50% of the 15-minute range, we can look for entries in like 1-minute POIs, 15-second chops.
Yeah, as usual. And we might use the 70% rule again in that for that, you know, like we do in EM1. So we use it twice.
Oh, you're talking about this? No.
Yeah.
No. Don't confuse yourself. It's not like that. It's not like that. Even if.
Oh no, it wasn't personally confusing actually, but yeah, if you say we're not doing
it will be. It will be for everyone. Trust me. They're gonna be like, I'll use it once and then use it again and then use it again.
Okay, and then the entry must be in the 15-minute discount. Yeah, we don't look at the discount of the 5-minute again and blah blah. Okay, sweet.
Yeah,
all good.
Thank you. Confuses it again more. So no, we don't need that. Don't need that. But yeah, it's a very very simple concept. It's just about like actually seeing it and applying it, and I'll show you some examples. Obviously there's no what time is it? So this is obviously look at that, it's news right now, so just ignore all of this shit, you know.
Yo, bro.
Yes.
So that's like probably the one difference it is about like the EM1, because EM1, if it's at 70%, you can take the entry close to the discount, right? But with this, no, because on EM1, once it's at 70%, you said that entries can take this, like the discount. And in this one, you said that it has to be in the discount.
No, it's exactly the same. As in, like, literally, it's exactly as in, let's say this is your 5-minute, it comes in, pushes away, and in the process of doing this push away, it's in a 1M chock already. Then you can enter like this. You feel me? So it's exactly the same. 15-minute range.
I'm just saying like about the discount and premium of the 15.
Yes. This is your premium discount of 5-minute. This is your premium discount 15. And if it comes into discount, pushes away, and then it gives a 5-minute chock like this, and this is your discount, yeah?
Right.
Just your POI, yeah, you can enter here.
So it doesn't have to be in a discount to be specific.
Yeah, it has to be close though.
All right.
Like, very close. I think like literally like 1 pick away. Like, you know what I mean? Like close as well.
All right, but so EM1 it would be the same thing again.
Same shit.
You wouldn't just enter like miles away from the discount.
No chance. I want to just buy from here. Like, buy from here. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Discount, equilibrium as close as possible. Like literally that close, like a pick away.
All right. So for EM3 right now, if you can go on 15.
So this is crazy. Takes this high, probably takes out all these lows. Probably. So yeah, so it's a CPI. Yep.
Right. So this POI here wouldn't be valid anymore, right? Because this would be the misalignment, and then this would be your EM3, right?
They're all valid. So like all.
Oh yeah, before the choke.
All of this, yeah. Anything below this choke is valid.
Okay, so
Oh my days.
And it's gone.
Oh my days, what? I was mad to see that on a 15M chart. Holy shit.
It's probably even worse on the 1M.
Yeah, I'm on 1M right now. It looks crazy. Shit, man. One candle. Oh, 30. Yeah.
How many pips is that?
That's 30 pips, man. Oh my god. 30 pips in one shot. Oof.
That would have been a 1 to 20.
Insane, yeah. So yeah, we just leave this shit alone and wait for it to calm down and do shit. But yeah, all these are EM3, yeah.
Yeah, just about the M3. So, this would still be the like down here would still be the shock, right? Because regardless of what's going on, right? So if price was to come like this, then do the misalignment and then come into one of these POS, would then be your range from here to here, right? So you would have like 50% here and maybe 70% there.
Yeah.
So what if price was to come into your 50%? And then tap into 70 from there. So would that not show that it doesn't have the intentions of continuing higher to go for it? That.
Oh yeah. So like
taps into 70, then essentially it's just gonna be gone and take yourself.
Yeah. No, this one's all fine. Like I've not seen any issues with EM3.
Right.
We've already seen EM3 trades. There's not many EM3s, but yeah, the ones that do, the EM3s that there are, it's just fine as it is. There's no changes needed.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, this is mad. Oh my god. Whoa, I've never seen this. Like,
and still pushing, man.
Oh yes, it's broken this now. So obviously all them EM3s are invalid now. So yeah, basically 4 hours bullish again. Why is my thing so slow? Bro. Yeah, so all of this here is all invalid now, right? So you just delete this and this and this. And
even EM2?
Everything.
Oh, wow.
Like, it's a new 4-hour range.
All right.
Like, all of this is like gone.
Got it.
Yeah, this is when you know volatility is back. Volatility is back. It's
probably just what it needed to take liquidity.
That's good. I'm happy with seeing like volatility come back, because obviously July was this is another thing as well. Like July, how the price action was all like pretty crappy. So then like it was like this you see the difference between July here. You see his wicks and shit.
Yeah.
This is July, so look at the difference between that and then look at like how it's been moving. Like this started to be nice and bullish, but like this is so much nicer, but yeah, it's so much cleaner. You see, it's like order flow, like 4-hour and stuff. You see how it's like respecting like the order flow range of like this to this, this to this. You know what I mean? Exactly. The forecast. So perfect. Comes into this 4 hours supply, we can look for 5-minute chop to sell it, right? But let's just quickly talk about like some examples of like the 70% rule for EM2. So simply yesterday itself, let me just show you some 15-minute induce. Let's just show you 15-minute ranges. Like, let's see. Okay, so starting from here, for example. So 15-minute was bearish, then it goes bullish, but what flipped and broke it was here to here, right? And then if you get your premium discount from this low to this high, and this is your 50%, yeah? As you can see, price comes into the 50%, pushes away out to the 70%, and then look what happens. Breaks a low, yeah? This is just like one example. So many examples. Like, there was another one.
You always watch price on 15-minute cash, yeah? Before it comes down.
Before it comes, what?
I mean, you watch it either on 15M or 1M. Actually, is the same.
Yeah, same shit. Like whatever you watch it on, all you do is like you just simply see that okay, this has happened. It's pushed away, but it's not taking at the high. It's coming back down. So now for you to look for an entry now, you'd be like, no, I'm only waiting for a 5-minute chop. That's it. Yeah. So same.
So even if it does it in one candle, yeah. So if it pushes down and gets a one candle bullish to mitigate 70%, and then another single candle, it doesn't matter. Okay.
Yeah, same stuff. It's because of price. Price came down, price pushed away. Doesn't matter if this is one candle, whatever, and it pushed down again. Then yeah, that's 70% rule activated, right? Look at it again from here. So from this low to the 50-minute break bullish, right? What happened? Price broke, pushed back down into 50%, pushed away to 70%, and then broke the low. Yeah. So this is another example. Look at another example. What actually broke this low? It was this flip All right. So this is your high, this is your low. Yeah. Get your premium discount from here to here. And look what happened. Broke, it came back into the 50% or premium, pushed back down, right, into the 70% right here. And then what happened? Broke the high. Yeah, it didn't break the low. You see? You all understand what I'm saying? This is just like one day or something, 1-2 days of price action. Like you go into like the past, you know, you keep seeing it more. Like you'll see it. Where like, you know, it fails to do one thing and it goes and does the other thing, right? You see from here to here. This is your range, right? We're bearish. It comes in, pushes away, doesn't take the low, takes a high. Are you all understanding? Yes, no? Hello?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yes.
That's clear.
Yeah, exactly. So like that's literally it. This is just a few days example, but obviously, you know, we went through like all of them, and yeah, that's what I got the stats for it. If it hits our 15-minute POI directly, gives an entry, and then after hitting 70%, start coming back. What do you take, partials or plus? Nothing, man. Like that's part of life, you know. Whatever happens, once in the trading, you can't break even already. Whatever, like you just take it, it's done. Like you done your job. Whatever happens next in the market is just gonna fucking happen, right? So you either hit TP or you hit break even, and that's life. You don't do anything differently. The only thing we're doing differently is basically just the way that we observing price. And when you're observing price, as in you're watching this happen, this to this, push down, push away, not doing anything, failing to take out this high, push back down. Now you're just like, okay, let me delete this POI and be like, okay, if it doesn't give a 5-minute bullish chop, I'm not looking for a buy. So a 5-minute bullish chop would have been to take out this high. All right, and then an entry. But obviously it didn't take out this high. So then it takes out the low. So it just saves yourself like hella claps. Feel me? Okay. So yeah. So is liquidity affected in EM2 now? Yeah, so like you don't, when the 70% rule is activated, then you don't need to like ever like worry about liquidity or anything because it becomes like EM1. And we know like in EM1 there's no liquidity involved. It's just the 5-minute chop and POI on the 1M and then 15-second entry. You get me? So it becomes the same. Yeah.
Bro.
Yo.
So basically every time like there's a new 4-hour choke, right? Any entry model that you're planning on taking beforehand is essentially just thrown out the window entirely, right?
Yeah.
Like because of EM1, but it hasn't actually come into a POI yet.
Sorry?
It hasn't actually come into a POI yet for EM1 though.
Yeah, but I know, but I'm just saying like the next step is EM1.
Oh, okay. So that's just why you do it in general.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
This is the next step, like EM1, like basically even this extreme. Yeah. Let me just check. Okay, 6. It's actually this. Yeah. So it depends on how this closes now. I mean, using all of that, let me just check. Down, up, down, and push up. Flip, stream and flip. Yeah, probably just keep it like how it is. 6 hour. 6 hour. 7 hour. This is what flipped and broke, and this is extreme. 6 hour. 7 swing. And this is what I was saying earlier to someone about like if you go too high and it changes the whole thing, like your POI becomes like this, for example, like I don't want to do that, right? Or like it becomes like this. That's still like, you know, I want to keep them like for what the POI done. Like the purpose of this POI was this was the extreme of the range, and this was the actual flip. You know, I want to keep it like that, and also keep it simple. You know, like not overcomplicate anything, and that's it. Perfect. So any last questions? Yeah, I got my alert on this. I got my alert on this. And then obviously, if it doesn't tap into any of these POIs, but it gives a 50-minute bearish chop and it gives another 50-minute chop and comes back into the first one, then that's EM3 sell. Get me? So TL, you got a question?
Yo, bro, how's it going?
I thought TL was Trendline.
No, bro, it's me.
Can
you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, sweet. Can you just jump back onto the 5 minute? You know where you copped that entry earlier?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I didn't refine my POI down to the 1 minute. I just kept it as like that 5 minute.
Yeah, you could do that.
So I think I copped a re-entry that was like just there.
Oh, you mean the re-entry?
See that black candle? Yeah.
Yeah, probably see if it was valid. Let me see if there was.
Yeah. If it was, then I just caught my first 1 to 30, bro. Let's fucking go.
That's fucking sick. Oh man. Are you talking about from here?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, probably.
See, I just made that chuck, and then there's that little black candle that comes back in.
Oh, this one here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I thought you meant this one, but yeah, let's see.
No.
Let's see another one. So this wick. Or you just use this one, right? I think so. But then I would just 1M does bearish.
Yeah, I use this here. Oh wait, no. Oh no, never mind.
Yeah, use a 5 minute range. I know I use a 5 minute one, but I would 1 minute, 1 minute break, bearish, back into this first one. Let me just check something.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, so 2 minutes. Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. That's really good. I'm fucking gas you, man. I'm fucking gas.
So that's all sweet?
That's sweet, yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Okay, that's fucking sick.
As if. Where's my fucking funded account, bro? This is bullshit.
Where is it?
God damn.
Where's it at?
Fucking 1.5 weeks, bro. 1 to 30. Fucking hell.
What did you take? I mean, on what? On what?
Oh, it was nothing, bro. It was just like a markup on TradingView, but I was just doing it with live price. So.
Yeah, like even this radio, covering the 15 seconds, or even like covering a bit more here. That's fine. But you took it like as soon as this wick's back in.
Yeah, just there on that black wick.
Like, you could do something like that. That's perfectly fine. Yeah.
Yeah. I count that as my first trial challenge pass, bro. So
yeah,
that's all good.
Right, insane. Yeah, well done, man. That's it. Really sick. Where the fuck is that one?
Yo, wasn't that out of the discount, brother?
That was fully discounted.
It was fully discount.
Yeah, that was fully discounted. That was extreme. Right.
Right.
I mean, as in like the POI,
the
talking about the same entry.
Yeah,
the entry. Oh, like the discount. Oh, yeah. So as in the discount of the entry. Let's put it here. 15 seconds. So the discount is here, and the entry was basically what there. So what's that? Yeah, but just remember 1M chop as well. Do you remember that? Right.
Yeah. So, but you said like it had to be quite close.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Close enough, right?
That's 0.3 pips away. So yeah, I mean that's 100% close now. 100%.
All right, cool. So about a pip is what?
About a pip, I'd say. Yeah, a pip is like from here to
All right, so just don't go above the 70%. Simply.
Yeah, simply.
Yeah. All right, cool.
It's all like like logic, innit? It's just stuff that you shouldn't be doing, and
don't be entering at the flipping end of the range.
Yeah, don't just like enter like this. Basically.
Yeah, makes sense. All right. Cool.
Yeah, it's like the rule about don't buy in a 4-hour supply and don't sell in a 4-hour demand. It's like that rule, It's like you know like what not to do and what to do. So it's like just don't do the wrong thing. Yeah, the opposite thing. But that's insane though. Yeah, 36 obviously 10. You would have got 10 before. No, you would have got 10 with the fucking CPI. Yeah, it would have been would have been with the CPI. But yeah, that's insane because imagine like if you took this on a funded account, and imagine if it like
got slipped
over here, or no, but if it slipped the other way,
That could have been.
yeah,
Could have been pretty deadly if it went the other way.
true.
Though, yeah.
No, I know. If it slipped
fucking detrimental.
or if it slipped you the other way, like you 100% blow the account, 110%, 110% blow the account. But yeah, if it slips you this way, then
the thing is,
what are we getting for dinner?
Well, that's like fucking 90k on a $300 account or 300k account or some shit.
One time you did take a trade like in news, and you were saying that like price wasn't moving about, like it wasn't moving too crazy, so you were like it was fine, but like the trade was still not put in the stats because news obviously.
I remember that was like about
like 2 weeks
that
ago.
was like that was actually on news.
Yeah, like in and of itself. But
if
it was about like PA.
If this was that, if this was that, I would never be like that's valid.
Yeah, but like I'm saying, like, in terms like before the actual like CPI came out, PA wasn't looking bad, right?
Oh yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, like, if you were in the trade beforehand, you probably wouldn't have got out, right?
Oh no, I wouldn't have got out. Like if this slipped me back downwards and I lost my fund account, then obviously. Yeah,
you'd be pissed off, but in terms of everything else, it looked okay.
Yeah, that is fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'd be pissed a little bit, but then I wouldn't be too pissed because I'd be like,
yeah, because everything looks okay.
Yeah, I'll just do it again, like I'll just get another account. Like I already have like other accounts I can use instead, so it's all right. What TL? I think you got your hand up again. I don't know. No, you don't. Okay. Let me say Giuliano.
Yeah. Hey, how's it going? Is the snatch? So just a very quick question because it's about to tap in the POI. Let's say this candle just opened on the 4-hour, and it goes down to the new POI. Should we wait for the 4-hour candle close before approaching? Okay, we don't
because then it could be like a shit wick maybe,
sure. Okay, cool. Easy.
Yeah,
okay,
I've seen that happen before where it's like wick up and wick back down and just like everything backwards. It's better to wait for it to close because without this closing, like this 4-hour POI is not even valid because it needs to be engulfed, and it can only be engulfed if it closes engulfed. Like what time? Like cool. 11 minutes. So you still
it's gonna close in 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's fine. Like 100%, it will close like this. Yeah. So it comes into this, and I like how it's like getting a bit corrected now. So it might not smash this POI fully. It might give a 5-minute chuck, which is not even valid at the moment. So hopefully it gives a nice like 5-minute range and then 5-minute chuck and entry like that. That would be beautiful.
Yeah, because there are all these things that seem stupid, but then when you're on a live market by yourself, you start wondering, am I supposed to do something? Or...
Yeah.
That's all. Thanks, mate.
This is why I do these calls like twice a week, so that any questions, any doubts, or anything, like you can just ask me on the live call right now, and I can tell you straight away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nice one.
All right, thanks, Cash.
Cool. Emmanuel.
Hey, Cash.
Yo, how's it going?
It's all good.
Good.
So about that 5-minute re-entry, you were talking about earlier.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like, doesn't the 70% rule apply? So like, wouldn't we have to wait for another 1-minute chop?
No, because if it does a 1M chuck in the process of the 70%, then it's fine. Like that's what I said ages ago. Like if in the process of pushing off, it's done a 1M chuck, which it did. Yeah. Like you see how it's took this low. What flipped and took the low? It was this high, so it's done a 1M chuck.
Yeah.
So because it's done the 1M chuck, you don't need another one. You understand? Because 1M never needs to be aligned. It just needs to have done the chuck. It needs to have done the deed. It's done a job. That's it. Like do his job, and then whatever happens next, as long as it comes into a POI 15-second entry, you can take it.
Oh, sweet. Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yeah, that's why this entry is like super.
Yeah.
Amazing entry. Like first entry was break even. I didn't take this. I was in bed. Like I wasn't even feeling that good this morning, so I just didn't want to jump on shots. But I saw this one. Someone took this trade. And I just marked it up because it was a clean break-even trade, and then I just saw this one now because of thing you just told me now. This trade is super like valid. It's already done a 1M chop, so it's like, you know, as long as you're close to the equilibrium, which was only 0.2 pips away, so that's perfectly fine for this trade. Bang. So yeah, amazing trade.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, thanks.
Perfect. Data error, man. Yeah, like this. It's just news is fucked you up. Right. What's this saying? 70% rule now comes in discount. Yeah. What's this 5 minute continuation? Oh, GM. Yeah, so this is just EM1. Yeah. Funnily enough. EM1.
Hello, brother.
Oh, yes. Oliver.
Hello, my friend.
What's up, my friend?
What's up? I was just wondering, I think I wrote in chat about this order flow chart. Is it good?
What's that? Order flow chart?
You never heard of it?
What do you mean?
I don't know. It's called like order flow chart, and it's like used by institutional traders to see like supply and demand.
Oh, right. I mean, order flow.
Is it like bullshit?
Trust me, like I think anything which is like all this like fundamental stuff, I think is just no point.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't. It's like you know, like when people be like, oh yeah, let me go and check the news about the inflation rates, and you know, like the inflation has gone up today, so maybe the market's gonna go down. The thing is, like, we don't care. That's the thing. Like, literally, we don't care about the market going up, down, fucking left, right, center. We don't care. All we care about is it given this entry model? Yes, take the trade. I don't care what happens. Do you understand? This is how your mindset should be. It's not like, oh yeah, inflation says it's gonna go down today, so I'm not gonna take this trade today. And it wins. Like, imagine how you feel. Like, it's stupid. Like,
yeah. But it's like that. It's like not like fundamentals. It's more like you can see like how many buy orders are placed in a certain area.
You can't. I don't think you can. It's not possible. Like order book is yeah, maybe one institution. They obviously they own their like they own everything that they do, so they already have the order book for their institution. Yes, they know, but that's like one